Please
Thank you for being with us today.
Thank you.
Woo.
So tell us, for all us losers like Kelly and I, what is it like to win the lottery? What's that feeling like?
You know, it's amazing. I mean,
Yeah.
like you say, I don't know how many million people you can win the lottery.
Right.
And when that happened to me, it's amazing. I couldn't believe it. I was so happy.
How did your friends and family, how did they react?
When I scratched the ticket, I see $250,000, and I say, I couldn't believe it. And then I called my wife and I said, look, I have $250,000 right here in my hand. She looked at me like, you crazy, man. I said, no, I have $250,000 in my hand. And then I couldn't
You didn't believe it?
No, I couldn't believe it. And finally, when I see my check, I say, yes, I got it.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
And you were born into some pretty tough circumstances, but you climbed your way out, right?
Yeah, actually, I born in El Salvador during the war.
Yes.
During the war, you know, we have a 12-year war. People was killing each other like crazy.
Right.
So I grew up without mom and dad. So I was with my grandma until I was 12, and then I went to a big city called San Salvador, and I started to work. You know, as a child. Sometimes I eat, sometimes I don't.
Right.
Because the war. And I became the student body president at University of San Salvador. Every time.
That's wonderful.
Hey.
You had that drive in you.
Yeah,
Driven.
you know. And when I was the student body president, I was kidnapping for like a month and a half.
You were kidnapped.
Yeah.
How old were you?
I was 18, 19 years old.
Right.
Oh, my gosh.
So after my release, the Salvation Army picked me up.
Wow.
So the Salvation Army is the one who fixed my paperwork and sent me to Canada.
You moved to Canada.
I moved to Canada. I went to school in Canada and learned French.
Yes.
Yeah, and but it was too cold for me.
It is cold. It gets cold there.
Then I decided to move to California.
Warmer weather.
Let me tell you this. When I see California from the plane, I said, oh, my God, this is paradise.
Yeah.
It's beautiful, you know?
It is.
And when I get off the plane, I feel that warm. I say, this is such a beautiful country. Yeah. And I moved to U.S., and I started to work with a family from Israel. And I learned Hebrew.
Wow.
And then I went to the school to learn English, and then I enrolled to the culinary school. And ended up working for the Beverly Hills Hotel, doing movie star parties. Wow. I did the Titanic. Somebody remember Titanic?
Never heard of it.
Yeah.
Never heard of it.
Yeah,
No. Small movie, right?
I did the premiere for that.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Wow.
I've been through it.
You did it right, man.
I've always said, you know, we don't choose the cards that we're dealt in life. We're not the dealer. We don't choose the cards we're dealt, but we choose how we play the game.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You're right.
And you have persevered. You're a conqueror. It's amazing.
Thank
Incredible.
you.
And we always talk about this, how, you know, people are born in certain circumstances. If it's this genetic or innate or chemical thing in their bodies that they have to move on, and it's in you that you had to be successful. You had to get out of there. You had to make something of yourself.
Yeah, I worked hard for it.
And your plans, or what you did with the lottery ticket,
Right.
with your winnings, it's not what most people do.
When I have that money in my hand, before, you know, every year when I go to Dominican Republic, every year I go with the kids and I say, this year we're going to finish it up the cafeteria. This year, guys, we're going to finish it up. Like you can see it, I donate that land. I finished some place already because the hurricanes hit the island and they don't have shelters.
It destroyed everything.
Yeah, to protect themselves. So I finished one part. That way it can be a shelter to protect themselves. And I want to finish this cafeteria. That way they have a place to eat.
Right.
So when I see this money, I remember what I promised the kids every year in Dominican Republic. And I remember the homeless in Charlotte. I've been working with the homeless. Now it's going to be my 6th year. It's been 5 years now. And every time I try to serve that nice meal, you know, people think because it's the homeless, you have to give the leftovers.
Right.
It's not like that. It's a human beings, you know, like you and myself.
Absolutely.
So they deserve to have that nice plate of food in their hands. So when I see that money, I said, I mean, I got enough in this beautiful country. My kids born here. My family is here. they give me the opportunity to be here. So, and I said, this is not my money. This is something I've been praying for it. I've been asking God for it. So I say, here it is. I give it back, and I donate it to the homeless, and I donate it to Dominican Republic and other places that I do.
Really incredible.
Yeah.
So you use your winnings as well as your culinary education to help feed the homeless, help people that don't have much.
Yes, yes. Actually, this past Saturday when I was in the streets, one of the homeless came with me and said, "Chef, I've been waiting for you the last 20 days. I make a mistake in life. I was caught drinking, driving, DUI, and I went to jail for 3 weeks. I made a mistake, I recognize. And when I get off the jail, my family kicked me out, and I ended up on the street. And he said, I'm a chef. And he showed me the resume. I said, oh my God. You know, so I took that guy to one of the restaurants, and I set up a place for him to live, and he was so happy. Now he's working. I said, thank you. I said, it's always a second opportunity in life, and this is your opportunity. Get up on your feet, man. So we've been taken out of the street now, like close to 24 people that we have it working. Sometimes you think you helping them, but it's not. They helping you.
Right.
Because you see them in the street, cold, hot, hungry, without taking a shower. And when you come back at home and you see how much do you have, and you're still crying and complaining,
right?
Please give me a break.
Yeah.
You know?
Reality check.
Yeah, they helping you.
Oh, I tell
They
people to
helping
get
you.
over themselves all the time.
Yeah. So that's what I do.
It's amazing. What do you hope that people learn from what you're doing?
I hope when they see my story, people be more kind.
Yeah.
You know, and
Open
help
their
each other,
eyes.
open their eyes and see what
more
do you have around.
present.
Right. And
What's going on around them?
when you give, you receive.
You do.
And now with this winning ticket, I hope I win millions. That way I can help more people.
Right.
But
I hope you do too.
Yeah.
I hope you do too.
Thank you very much, Chef Roberto, for all that you do. We appreciate it, man. Thank you.